The brain is not a good multitasker. It cannot do more than one thing at a time. My name is Dr. Jade Teta. I'm an integrative physician and author of the Metabolic Effect Diet. And I want to talk to you a little bit about why the brain behaves the way it does and why you are making a critical mistake if you're trying to change and make a lifestyle behavioral change by doing more than one thing at a time. The brain is not great at multitasking. So the more things you try to do, your chances of success go down dramatically. And so the first rule of change is to do one thing at a time. So let's take an example of this. Let's say I want to lose some weight and I want to go on a diet. What most people will do is they'll pick up a book or they'll go online and they'll learn about all these foods that they shouldn't be eating. They'll learn about all the things they should be eating. They'll try to embark on an exercise program. They'll try to go to bed earlier so that they can get up early to work out. They'll try to change where they eat at their typical restaurants that they eat at. They'll make all these changes, not just to what they're eating, but they make all these changes to their lifestyle. And what they find is that after about a week, 2 weeks, it's almost impossible to keep up with this dietary change. And that's because not only did they change their diet, which in and of itself has 3, 4, 5 changes associated with it, but then they try to change all these lifestyle factors along with that. So what you really want to do is you want to break these changes down into little small baby steps. So you probably heard that term, baby steps. And what I mean by that when it applies to diet is think about the critical, what I call trickle down habits that will make a difference for you. So for instance, if I decide I'm going to increase my protein portion or my vegetable portion at all of my meals, what that does is it has a trickle-down effect because protein and vegetables are digested slowly. They fill me up more quickly. They'll make me eat less automatically. So those are the types of changes we're talking about. Look for that one critical trickle-down change and make that first. So here's my suggestion to you if you're trying to make a change for weight loss. Number one thing to do, increase the vegetable and fruit components of your meals. Instead of having no vegetables or only 1 cup of vegetables, increase it to having 1 to 3 cups of vegetables and or fruit, preferably the low sweet fruits, at every single meal. Do nothing else. Do that one thing for 2 weeks. Master that. And then move on to the next thing. Maybe increase the amount of protein you have at each major meal. Hold on to that change for 2 weeks. Solidify it. Then add on to the next thing. So you see what we're doing? We're doing one critical element at a time, a trickle-down habit that has multiple effects. Those are 2 good ones. Other people may want to start with increasing water intake. Basically just saying, hey, I'm doing nothing but drinking water. No more pop. No more sweet tea, none of that. I drink water at every meal and I drink water exclusively between meals. That one habit change is a great trickle-down habit change that can make a dramatic impact. Stay with it for 2 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks, and then add the next thing on. That is how you're going to make change. That is how change works. The brain wants to focus on one thing so it can make it a habit. Then you move on to the next thing. So hopefully that's helpful for you about how the brain works, why you do not want to multitask and change multiple things at once. One thing only. So what I do right now is grab a sheet of paper, write down that one thing that you're going to do, and start it today.